Walk, cook, walk, episode 11. I would have had my beard mic on, but I've lost the flipping dongle for it that plugs into the phone. I had it in my hand and then it was gone. I'm in a field, so I can't bloody find it if I've dropped it. I'm pretty sure I put it in my sodding pocket. But anywho, beard mic is no more. So that was short-lived. Oh, nightmare. I've just spent about 5 minutes looking for it and I've lost my temper, swore a couple of times, and I'm just going to get the flipping hell on with it. It's gone. I'll probably find it in some pocket somewhere. I literally had the damn thing in my hand though, and then it was gone. So while I was trying to attach my mic to the beard, it disappeared. Anyway, I'm just walking down this little bit of a field here. It's not an official footpath, but it is one that's been trodden in by, let's say, the natives. And my mum lives over there. But yeah, not that far away again, and I'm heading to the corner of this field over there, but we're going to come at it a different way. Over, bloody looking up there. It is literally the corner of the field. And it got me thinking last weekend when I was, I think the last one was in a cave, wasn't it? It got me thinking that as I was entering the area that we were going to, I was in a field and I thought, you know what, I could just sit down in the middle of this field or the side of this field and no one would even know that I'm here. So that is pretty much what we're going to try and do. Now, if it's not a suitable place, I've got somewhere else in mind which is a bit further away, but that's not a bother. I don't mind the extra exercise. Obviously, walk, cook, walk, you kind of have to walk. There may be some in the future that I do where I ride my bike there, because they're a bit further away. There's a couple of spots that we normally ride in, bits of woodland, and to be honest, I've never been in them other than on a bike. And when you're on a bike, everything zooms past really quickly and you don't really get the chance to notice the certain things. Now, one of them in particular I'm going to save until next spring when the bluebells come up, because it just looks fantastic. It'll make such a cool video. But yeah, so I am literally heading up that way. There's no real path, but that doesn't matter. We should just stick as far to the side of the fields as possible so that we don't crush any of this oats. Now, if you like identifying plants and stuff, I did make a little video. It's not the best, I've got to admit. Made a little video about this thing that you can do on iPhones where you can identify plants with it. So go check that out. I'm crap at editing. I don't know how to leave links in things or bring little boxes up on the screen or like that. So hopefully you'll just go and have a look. It also works with Androids as well. They found a way to do it with Androids. So do go check that little video out. It's not that long. Again, it's not that great either, but it was just in case people didn't know. I like identifying plants. Like here, this is an elder tree by the look of it. We've got some hawthorns, got some sloe berries. Ooh, secret sloes. I did not know they were there. Ooh, the only problem with that is these fields get sprayed with pesticides, don't they? So they'll be covered in that. Oh, we're not that far away now. If you look up there, look, pretty much where that lower tree is, that's where we're heading. Adventure is calling, and I just spotted this little area with the tree at the back there, and I thought, you know what, that could be a really cool place to go and cook some grub. I've just seen a really cool spider's web. pretty cool. Kind of goes inwards, down there a bit like that. Pretty damn cool. I like stuff like that. We've got some rose hips from a dog rose. Wow, there's loads of slows. I never even knew they were there. And I imagine nobody else does as well. So when they've picked them all from down there, I could still get some, which is nice. So the big hill that I normally walk up is just beyond that hedgerow over there. So we proper are like out of the way. That's where you saw me coming in, diagonally across there. And yeah, today we're going to be cooking some ramen noodles, but we're not just doing normal ramen noodles, we're doing souped up ramen noodles. Recipe put together by another YouTuber called Red Swede Outdoors. Go check him out. He cooks on a trangia as well, or trangia. He pronounces it properly, I probably don't. But yeah, this is his recipe, so let's give it a go, see how it tastes. And what are the chances of that? That somebody's actually already been here? How weird is that? Two people who probably don't even know each other having exactly the same idea. Now down there, there's like a little, what would you call it? A ditch where the water runs off. See, yeah, it's not as good as I thought it was going to be, you know. Well, we're not just going to make do, are we? No. I mean, the fact that someone's been there, a little bit annoying, but obviously it's, you know, the outdoors is for everybody. So I know that you can get out just a little way up here, or at least you used to be able to. So we'll get in there and get out of here. And I'll bring you back when we're a little bit closer. We're just at the corner here now, and there's a little hole in the little side of the thing here, so let's try and get through here without dying. Full spiky hawthorns, man. Ouch, that hurt. But we are now heading up the usual track in the direction of where I'm going to go, and we shall bring you back once we're a little bit closer to where we're going. So we're now at the top of the hill. Just go along this little flat bit, walk for about maybe half a mile, maybe a little bit less, and then we're going to try and get into a bit that I think it's got oats in like this, or it might just be grass, but it's off the beaten track, and every time I see this tree I'm like, I really want to go see that tree. It stands really, really tall, and it just looks epic, and it just looks like it's been undisturbed for such a long time as well. But yeah, that's where we're going. Just going to pop up these little steps into what I call top field. Now we are really lucky to have these fields here. Unfortunately, as I have mentioned, they are going to be, well, they probably have already been sold. Going to be made into houses, or have houses built on them, sorry. But yeah, it's a nice little area to have. It's not exactly living in the country, but it's the outskirts of two towns, and you know, normally get fields and stuff in them. You can't actually see the tree in question, so I'm going to take you down to bit that me and a friend walk down on Wednesdays. We've got this normal route. We're both trying to lose a bit of weight. I might not look it, but I'm about 14 stone, so I am a little bit overweight. But that's another good thing about this, is this backpack weighs about 12 kilograms, probably a little bit heavier today as well, because I've had to bring extra water, along with other things that I keep stuffing in there, and you know, I want to try out and stuff. Like even a foldable shovel. It was on Temu, it was cheap. I thought, you know what, that'd be really cool to just have in your pack. I don't know why. Foldable shovel, you know. I suppose it goes into all that survival stuff, doesn't it? You know, because I do like that as well. I like watching prepping videos, survival tactics and things like that, when people are, you know, they push themselves to the limit. Now, my channel's not about that. Mine's about just getting outdoors, cooking some grub, having a beer, you know, just relaxing, chilling outdoors. You know, it's free. It costs absolutely nothing. I mean, okay, there's a busy road there, but just look at this. It costs nothing. And I would have had lunch anyway, so it would have cost the same. So today, like I say, we are doing Red Swede Outdoors ramen noodles, because they get a bad rep as student food, because obviously being a student, I think you're on quite a tight budget, especially with all the partying and alcohol consumption at the weekends. But yeah, you can just about see it over there. It's like a really, really tall tree, and it just looks cool. I think there's two of them right next to it, but this is where we walk. We go down here and then up over there. Nice little bit of field, very nice bit of field. Lots of thistle plants, which the flowers are edible. I think the actual plant itself, foliage, is edible as well, but you probably don't want to eat it. It's a bit spiky. But these pieces here, these bits, the purple flowers, edible. Tastes well nice. It takes a minute or two for the flavour to actually come through. At first you get this like zingy taste, but it's nice. Just make sure you don't pick any that are quite low down, otherwise you'll have some dog sauce on them. There you go, now the flavour's coming through. It's a very floral taste, but we're just about the last of them. Now, I keep telling myself that I'm going to pick loads and make a thistle mead with the flowers, but every time I get round to it, they're already like seeding, and I won't see them now until next year, I don't expect. And the last couple of flowers that's left, kind of leave them to the bees. But yeah, let's see if you can get a better look at this tree now. Still can't see it very well, can you? Let's zoom in. That one there, look. I don't know why, there's just something about it, I just love it. And I will come to this one first, but that's the one that I always see, and I think, you know what, I want to get under that and cook some up. So that is exactly what I'm going to do, because I can. So can you. Pack a bag with some simple kit. You know, you don't need all the latest jazz. All you need is a camping stove, a utensil, ingredients, a bit of time. Just go and enjoy the outdoors, man. You know, you can do this anywhere. Obviously, you've got to be making sure that you're not trespassing. Like I possibly was last week. But hey, there was no fences, so it would have just been a civil matter anyway. But today, we've got no problems, because we're going to be cooking in the woods, and it's going to be great. Well, not actually in the woods. We're going to be on the outskirts of a bit of woodland. Some acorns. Oh, I'm going to bring you back when I got to the top of this hill. It doesn't look like much, but it goes up and up and up and up and up. And it goes further up in the further up, a bit steeper in there, so we'll be back. So that's the entrance to our local woods. And we're going to skirt across this kind of like, I wouldn't say it's a cliff, but there are a couple of bits of it that are a bit like a bit of a drop off. So you do have to be careful. Now, I've got to go the long way round to get to this, simply because of how steep this part is. So we were just down there. I'll get you to the edge though. We were just down there in that field that you can see right about here. That's where we were a second ago. Now we're up top here. It's probably 150 foot up, maybe ish, give or take, possibly a bit more. And yeah, I've got to go the long way around. So we're going to be passing through one of the places where I set up before, underneath a really nice oak tree, and I've got some horses in the view as well, which was pretty sweet. Well, that tree's snapped there. Looks pretty recent. I don't remember seeing that the other day when I was up here on Wednesday. Loads of little places that you could access, but I'm just not in the willingness to injure myself just for the sake of a video. I just had to move aside for somebody because the path gets really narrow, and there is a bit that's kind of washed out from when we had loads of rain. They did try and close it off at one point and say that we couldn't use it, but I mean, look, you just don't want to end up down there, do you? That is literally like, so that's the flat path, and that's the view right out there. So you can imagine how sharply that drops away. If you go down there, you know you're going to be in a massive big bundle of arms and legs flapping all over the bloody place. And I expect there will be a lot of crunching and bone breaking as you're going down. But yeah, it's not that far now. I'll bring you back when we're going into the little snippet. I do love this woodland. So we're going in here. Now I know it looks overgrown, but it is accessible because me and a friend came through it the other day. Now remember, there's some nettles there though. And they got me last time, so they're getting trampled. They'll be fine. They'll spring back. Won't take too long. But yeah, this is a nice little spot I found a while back. Can't remember what episode it was, but it drops down the side bit gradually instead of it going like really steep and just, you know, dropping off. And especially when you've got a water bottle and a selfie stick in your hand. So this is where, oh, Gordon Bennett, it's got me. It's got me. Oh, shit. Flipping heck, catapulted me. So this is the spot I was at previously. As you can see, there is no trace that I was here. It's exactly how we found it. That's exactly how we left it. Ooh. So now we're going to try and find our way down here and out into that field, hopefully. Now it looks a bit iffy. It's very sandy. There is a lot of sandstone in Nottingham, so that could possibly be why. No, there's no real way to it. That is a shame. I'm not trifling through loads of nettles. We have to try and access it a different way. I'm getting snagged on everything. I think it's a sign. It's a sign that I'm not supposed to be there. Getting snagged again, guys. I don't like being defeated. I don't like accepting that I can't do something. Now, ultimately, I will accept if I can't do something. No, I can't even get through in that way. But I won't be very happy about it, that's for sure, because that's the second spot. That was plan B, and I don't really have a plan C. So I'm going to get out of this part here, head back towards where it lines up with the tree and see if we can get down there. But it was very steep and I'm not risking injuring myself for the sake of a YouTube video. I'll save that for the jackass guys and the old school Dirty Sanchez guys. If you don't know who Dirty Sanchez are, a bunch of Welsh lads doing crazy stuff years ago, and it was just great fun, funny. So we're back in a minute. I'm going to see if we can get down one of these things, but again it's looking rather steep, very, very dry, and the last thing I'm going to need is to cause someone to come and have to rescue me, because that would be not only embarrassing but a waste of resources for somebody who willingly partook in the descending of a hill. Now, see, that's steep, that is pretty steep. I'm not quite sure if I could climb back up that, because it looks very, very loose. So yeah, aimlessly wandering around the woods. What a video, yeah, it's a nice one, dude. What a tip, more like. No, it's just not meant to be, guys. So I am going to quickly have a quick look on Google Maps. I mean, even climbing back up that bit was steep. Quick look on Google Maps, and we're going to try and find somewhere else. Could possibly go into the local woods. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to go try and find somewhere in there, guys. I'll be back shortly. So I'm not sure whether the location is as important as the food you're cooking on something like this, because the ultimate goal is to have some really nice food whilst out in the woods, preferably away from people. Now, the away from people doesn't bother me, you know, but I just find that I just like being alone every now and again. Spend a lot of time at home with the kids, so being trapped indoors is a bit shit. But I'm gonna head over this way and see what we can find. Found this epic tree. Oh, that is so big, I would not be able to hug it. So I put my water bottle up against it so you can see the scale size of this tree. That is magnificent. Got a massive bulbous cluster coming out at the side as well. Check that out. That's awesome. And a rather large group of people have started behind me. So I'm wondering whether they think I'm part of the other people that was in the woods that went the other way. Maybe they're following me, thinking that I'm their guide, or I'm with the party of the walkers that they were just with, which I'm not. But you know, they don't know that. Can I fit through here with bag? Yeah, just about. So I'm not sure whether we're actually allowed down here, because where I want to get, no, it's gated. So the place I wanted to look for is somewhere we used to go many years ago, and it's kind of like a sort of a like a pavilion kind of thing. It was pretty good. They went that way, dude. Did you follow me thinking that they were them? Yeah, sorry, my bad.
Sorry to ruin your day.
It's all right, don't worry about it. So yeah, they did think that I was their guide, which I'm not. So couldn't get in that way, so we're going to go a little bit down here and try turning left, going through one of the spots where I've cooked before, and yeah, just see if we can get to the place there where I want to get. And I'm going to stop recording because I'm scaring this poor lady's dog. Yeah, this lady's dog was not happy about me, but I am waving a rather large stick around, so probably could be that. I've just gone the wrong bloody way. Now, I am wondering whether we are foiled, guys, because I don't think I'm going to be able to get to where I want to go now. This is where I normally come. This is where we had the tarp and I was cooking that smoky meatball stew. I do try and use different areas, but I'm a bit stumped today because two places that I've tried to use haven't really been that suitable. So we are going like off track here. There is a track, but it's like really overgrown. And I've got to try and get as far that way as possible, but there's fallen trees and stuff now. So that's going to make that very difficult. As you can see, fallen trees. Can I scooch under there? No, I wouldn't be able to get out there anyway. Ugh. Right then, so yeah, it's going to have to be a Google map and a rethink. Okay, I've spotted a building which I've never seen before. So as always, I'm going to go and investigate because I'm nosy like that. It's a brick building and I'm not sure what it's for. Looks bricked up from the inside. I can't actually get in there, so see if we can get a view of this. No, unfortunately not. Like I say, that bit is bricked up there, so you can't get a look in through the window. I mean, I'm not saying I want to go in, I just want to see what's cracking up. There's a large bit of wood there. Oh. So unfortunately, it is private land now. It's fenced off, so I can't even dispute the fact that it's not allowed, as Charlie Veach would say. If you don't know who Charlie Veach is, he's a YouTuber who goes around city centres just filming what things go on, and you know, stuff like that. Some of his content's really funny. He always gets himself into a bit of bother. Shout out to Charlie Veach. Might even tag him in. Yeah. But yeah, the worst part about this now is I'm wandering around. I've been walking for about an hour. We are 2.5 miles in and I am really hungry. And this backpack is heavy. So I am unsure as to, I've got one last little plan that I could possibly muster. I can hear a bird of prey, maybe a sparrowhawk or something. But yeah, it's a nice woodland anyway, and I'm still having fun. It's just I'm hungry now. I believe this all belonged to like a manor house or some sort of thing, and the thing that I wanted to get to was kind of like a summer house that probably was built around the same time, belonging to the manor house that would have been here, because it's all like these garden areas. You'd expect them to be owned by somebody very wealthy, but yeah, like steps like this leading to your garden or whatever. But this is actually owned by, or some of it is owned by a scout group. They used to do like camps up here and stuff like that. But I'm gonna head back towards where we were last week, and I'm gonna try and get into the woods that are just before that woodland that we did go in. Hold up, bearings, where am I? Too busy staring at my camera. I'm going to try and get in a bit of woodland up there. Now, here looks like a really good spot, but this is a thoroughfare. Gonna get lots of people, lots of walkers coming through, and it smells like someone's lit a fire, which isn't good. We've had plenty of fires up here in the past when I was younger. Got in trouble a couple of times as well. Fire brigade came and put it out. I mean, it looks like someone's been living under there. Not good. Well, I suppose you gotta live where you gotta live, ain't you? But yeah, I'll bring you back once we're over the field, because I've got a bit of backtracking to do. Can't even bother getting my selfie stick out. We've just done a nearly 3-mile loop around the woods. Prattling around trying to find somewhere to do this video. I'm just gonna have to make do with whatever I find over at this place. I'm hoping I can get in. There's a chance that I might not. We're going to be going past the area where I was last week, so yeah, we'll see. I'm not sure if you heard that, but bird of prey over there as well, which I heard one up there as well earlier on. So this is the entrance to where the cave was, but I don't want to go there again. I want to find somewhere else. Now I may have to go back in there to get to where I want to go, but there's a bit of woodland down here that I can see on the map as well, which I don't think belongs to that. It possibly does, but we're gonna go check it out anyway. I mean, there is a nice clearing in this area here. Don't look too shabby. That could be a spot if we can't get in here. Oh, I can see people over there. I can see people. I'm probably not supposed to be in here. Looks like you can get in there. So yeah, the place I wanted to go then, there were some people acting a bit shifty over in the corner there. Kept looking at me and then darting into the woodland that I was going to try and get into, and then poking their heads back out. So I don't fancy getting chopped up in the woods by some hills of eyes kind of people. So we're going to go and try and find somewhere else. Currently been walking an hour and a half, 3.8 miles, and still hungry. Oh, I think we're going to end up at the place that's quite close to the cars again, or the place where there was that camp set up that time. There was a small stove and a couple of bits and bobs there that people have obviously been using. But yeah, we're gonna go there, I think. I don't really want to be near the road. I'm back now, pretty much at the beginning of the walk. So I've done a round trip, 5 miles. And I'm gonna go check what's in here. I've been eyeing it up for a while. What it is, it's a bit of area that's when they put the tram through, oh, bloody hell. When they put the tram through, it's divided a little segment of land, and there's no real path around it or anything. I'm going to try and get over there somewhere. So what it did, when they put the tram in, this field here got chopped in like a very long triangle going all the way up there. You got the tram track on one side and another field on that side. So let's go and have a look and see if we can get up and around there, make a track. Because if it's any good, we can always come back again. But we'll hide the track by going behind this tree. And then the plan is to get as far in as possible to down there. So just speed this bit up and we'll be back. Check this bloody ant's nest I've just found. Certainly not setting up here. This thing's huge. It's like up to my kneecaps. Anyway, we'll dodge that. Ground's very, very uneven. And there's another one next to it as well. This could be a bad idea, guys. Could be a very bad idea. Don't want to be where it can be seen. If you look there, you'll see the tram track. It opens out a bit here, but I'll be visible, which is not what we want. So I'm going to go a bit further this way. See if we can tuck in out of the way a little bit. It'll be a bit easier on the way back because it's already going to be trodden down, isn't it? Why is there a blasted box in here? We'll take that with us when we leave. It's very, very uneven. Strangely uneven. This grass is really tall. Let's try and get... I mean, it's nice that it's been left to grow because there's like oaks and tons of thistles, wildflowers and stuff. And that looks like a place where I want to be. Right, I'm going to have to go. Excuse me, Mr. Oak. There's a secret door. This is what I was expecting. This is what I wanted. Because now, got the field on one side. Okay, we'll hear the trams going by, but no one's going to see me here, which is great. I'm going to get set up and I'm going to cook some food. First, I'm going to go a little bit further in because I found an even better spot. So yeah, this is us. Nice bit out the way. I'm going to trample down a bit of an area, clear it of all the dry bits and bobs because we don't want anything catching fire, and let's get set up and get cooking. Right, so after 5.2 miles, I have settled upon a spot which I've been meaning to check out for a while. That is literally probably 0.2 miles away from my house. As I said, when the tram was built across the way there, they cut through this field, and the angle that they took left a really long triangular shape in this area, and it's just been left to grow wild. It's got oaks, it's got flipping the ones that you get catkins on. What's that tree again? Can't remember. It's got hawthorn, it's got loads of different grasses, it's got tons of different plants, roses, lots of oak, a lot of oak. Now this will develop into a very nice bit of woodland. Granted, my legs are shredded up with thistles, but we've found somewhere, and that's what matters. And it's out of the way, and no one's going to bother us, apart from the noisy tram that's going to keep going by. But such is life. Right then, we're set up, we've got some water on. It didn't feel like it was going to happen. I was actually close to just going home because I've been knocked back so many times, but this is a pretty cool spot. I know that no one can come up behind me unless they're trampling down loads of bramble, so this is the view. I have got a Guinness Nigerian foreign extra stout on the go. I do like stout, but I can't drink a stout with a meal, which is why I bought a bottle of Newcastle Brown to have with it. I'm gonna get the water going. Once it's boiling, we're gonna drop our ramen in. I haven't even read the instructions, to be honest. Would have been a good idea, wouldn't it? It says 500 ml. I think it's got markings on it. I think we've got more than 500 ml. And look, wasps already, man. I swear to God, they just hate me or love me. It's one or the other. But I will spray them, flip and spray them. So that's at the ready. What if they land on the flipping spray? Anyway, yeah, 500 ml of water, cook for 3 minutes. Remove from the heat, add the powder and seasoning oil, serve immediately. Well, we're not going to serve immediately because we're going to be doing the other part of it. See, that's going to be your flavourings, and that's going to be your seasoning oil. So I reckon we'll use the seasoning oil but not the flavour packet. Yeah, but anywho, that's going to come up. We've got our wok sauce, but no wok. This wok sauce is what Red makes. Red Swede Outdoors. It smells really peculiar, I'm not going to lie. It smells very like twiglets. Not sure if everyone knows what twiglets are. Possibly only get them in Britain, but it's got quite a little bit of a marmitey taste to it. That smells good. That's his own little recipe. If you want to know what's in it, but you're gonna have to go check his video out. If you type in Red Swede noodles, it will come up. It'll be the top one. Really, really nice videos. He's really relaxed, calm, and informative as well. And he doesn't have trams driving by. Oh gosh, but we're still laughing. Okay, so it's turned out to be quite a nice day. Sun's out. The ginger in me is not too happy about that. But found a spot. We've got some grub cooking now. That's got a couple of minutes to cook the noodles, so we'll be back shortly, but until then, let me show you around. Somebody approaches. Unintentionally eavesdropping. The grub is ready, but we're having technical difficulties with the trangia. I can't turn the flame off. For some reason it doesn't want to go out. I've put the little cap thing that you put over the top of it on it, but it just doesn't seem to want to do as it's told. It's still raging like an absolute bull. Maybe that's the only downfall of the trangia. That you can't flip and put the flame out when you need to. But anywho, it's time to serve up some grub. Trying not to lose any of it because I am absolutely Hank Marvin. So I'm going to thoroughly enjoy this. The Guinness went down well as well. Now it seemed to work fine. Not sure how I can get away from this being an issue, because now I'm kind of, I lifted it off and it went out. Anyone would think it was my first time using this trangia. Well, it's clearly not, because as you can tell, that thing's old as heck. It has been beaten up, battered and bruised, but only so much in the last, what we're on now, episode 11. So the last 11 weeks, because that's when I've been using it. So let's give this a go and let's see what Red's outdoor ramen noodles are like. That's really good. That's really good. I think I could have added more chilies. I only put one in to be cautious. But yeah, definitely could do with an extra chili in there for me. But I did use green ones because I didn't have any red. And I thought, well, I'm not just going to buy a bag of red chilies for the sake of it. That is really good. I mean, I'd probably add more of this sauce to it. And I am now tempted or intrigued to wonder what it tastes like if I did do the chicken seasoning with it as well for the noodles, instead of relying on the sauce, the wok sauce. But Red did say that it was too salty, so it's not about having too much salt. Yeah, that extra. So yeah, don't use the packet, but just use a whole thing of the wok sauce. Wasps, get gone, boy. I will spray your ass. And this was done really quick as well. It did not take long. I think all in all, cook time. Oh, I forgot the courgettes. Oh, I forgot the courgette. Well, that's that. But I didn't have soybeans as well, so I put some chopped up some pickles just to slap on the top. Oh, I forgot the sodding courgette. Yeah, I'm going to put it in. I'm just going to have it raw. I'm not wasting it. I won't put it all in, but... So there we go. It's not specifically as it was meant to be, because I forgot to put the courgette in. But a hearty meal all the same. Now, I didn't notice any litter coming through here, apart from that one bottle I trod on. So on my way out, I'm going to pick that bottle up and put it in a sodding bin. Nice with chopped pickles. Like I say, the only soybeans I could get was frozen. And I thought, I don't really want a full bag of soybeans, which I potentially might not ever use. So I opted for pickles. But that is good. That is very good. And like I say, it took me 5.2 miles of walking to find a spot that was literally right near my doorstep, which no one's been in, you know. It's all overgrown, there's no track leading anywhere apart from the one that I made. And what I did is I zigzagged as much as I could to try and make sure people can't see the track, because I quite like this spot. There's an ant's nest there though. But yeah, I'm going to continue to scoff this. Well done, Red. That is great. I nearly lost some carrot as well. Oh, I did. Like as yours was jumping out, I got one piece of carrot and a bit of onion. So I'm going to pour this Newcastle brown ale. If you're still in the UK, Red, I recommend you grabbing one of these, mate. Newcastle brown ale. So damn good. Me and a friend used to literally drink this all the time when we went to a place called Rock City, which is like a rock metal alternative venue in the UK. And we drink loads of it because we were pretty sure that somehow they watered the beer down there, because it never tasted right. Never ever tasted right. So we just used to buy the bottled stuff. Anywho, I'm going to scoff this, get packed up and get out of here. It was all a big build up for something that took hardly any time, but I've got my steps in. That's also what matters. Yeah, it's time to eat some food. So there we go, we managed it, and we packed away everything now, leaving no trace at all. Bit of flattened down grass, that is it. We're going to go back the way we came. Might even try and make a path a different way, so it's not the same trodden bit, just so people can't see it and then come and spoil it for us by leaving loads of rubbish. But yeah, I've got a beer to drink and I've packed my flipping chair away, so that was a bit silly of me, but I'm sure it'll not take me long to drink that. That was a really good meal, Red. It was hearty, yep, and all the bits and bobs that you put in there, it really bulks it out, makes it a much more hearty meal, bigger meal, you know. I mean, I can eat, you know, I bloody well eat, but I got to about, nearly left a bottle cap behind. That wouldn't be very good, would it? Nearly got to about, I want to say 3/4 of it, and I was like, oh gosh, am I going to be able to finish this? I bloody did though. I ate the lot. It was definitely a good meal for one. You could have probably fed 2 of it if you put more chicken in. But that sauce that you created, that is tip top, mate. Definitely be using that again. So thank you very much. Take it easy. I'll see you in the outro. Ant's nest. Intriguing. They all seem very busy. That one's moving well fast. He's definitely had an energy drink. Found a bag of Haribos. That's the bit they don't show you. But anyway, leave no trace. We have picked absolutely everything up. All there is a bit of flat grass. And let's continue with the outro. I just about broke my ankle trying to record this flipping outro, and then I didn't even have the flipping angle right anyway. You ever heard the phrase blood, sweat and tears? And there we go, another one done, another tram going by. That was a good little spot in my hour of need. Without that I'd have been a bit screwed. I'm going to find a bin for this singular bottle, and I'm going home to cook dinner for the kids, and I'm gonna crack another beer. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, nice one guys. I shall catch you later. Remember, go outside, it's free. It doesn't cost anything. Have fun, stay safe.